Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Reza. Thank you so much. It is a great pleasure to be here with you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much for inviting me. And thank you to Samir for organizing tonight's event, for inviting me, and for taking on the presidency. Congratulations to you, and all the best of luck for another 30 years. I'm also going to make an acknowledgement which I do at the beginning of my remarks, and I do it because I believe that we are an open society and that our diversity is our strength. And so I want to acknowledge that we are gathering on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit. That is our history, and I want to just acknowledge that that's where we are tonight. And I'm very happy to be back in my hometown. And to all the distinguished guests, Mr. High Commissioner, all the mayors and councillors who are here, it's wonderful to be here with you, and I'm going to acknowledge my own colleagues. I want to begin by acknowledging another proud resident of Richmond Hill. I grew up here, and my father practiced medicine here, and my parents still live in Richmond Hill, so it means a lot to me to be here. And of course, that other proud resident of Richmond Hill, who is my colleague, my good friend and colleague, our new Minister of Research and Innovation, Reza Maridi. And as you all know, Reza is the first Iranian-Canadian elected as an MPP in Ontario's legislature, and in fact, he has achieved another new milestone. He's the first Iranian-Canadian cabinet minister, and I could not be prouder of him. Could not be prouder of him. And Reza and I are, as with my other colleagues and all of the elected officials, I'm so proud of the riding that I represent. Don Valley West is one of the most diverse ridings in the country, and I'm proud to say that it is the home to one of the largest Pakistani-Canadian populations in Canada. So it's my honor to represent the riding. So I'm particularly pleased to be here to celebrate with all of you the 30th anniversary of the Canada-Pakistan Business Council. So congratulations on this terrific milestone. I'm also happy to be joined by that very eloquent member of my caucus, Shafiq Qadri, who is such a great representative of the hard work and success of the Pakistani-Canadian community. And I think there is not a more eloquent member of our caucus. He speaks so well. And as you all know, he is one of yours, and he's an accomplished doctor, and he is a published author, and he's an important voice at our caucus table. So, Shafiq, it's wonderful to be here with you. I also want to bring greetings and regrets from our new Minister of Labour, Yasser Naqvi, who couldn't be here tonight. He, as you know, Yasser was elected as an MPP in his mid-30s, and he was elected as the President of the Ontario Liberal Party 3 times before joining my cabinet this year. He's in Ottawa this evening, but he sends his regrets. He would have loved to be here. He has a new baby, and Rafi needs him to be in Ottawa as much as he can be. So he's there with his family. And I'm thrilled that we have with us the chairman of the Canada-Pakistan Business Council and former member of Parliament, the Honourable Brian Wilfert. Brian, where is Brian? There he is. Brian, it's lovely to be here with you. And and also the CPBC's Vice President, Jane Pilot. I saw Jane, yes, there, Jane. Lovely to have you here, to be here with you. And I think we recognized a number of the mayors, Mayor Fennell, I saw Mayor Scarpiti come in, and Mayor Dave, yes, of course, the Mayor of Richmond Hill, Dave Barrow, of course. And of course, Pakistan's High Commissioner to Canada, Mr. Akbar Zeb. It's lovely to be here with you. So everyone, thank you so much, all of you, for making this organization so strong and for honoring it by being here tonight to celebrate. We're here to honor the outstanding achievements of tonight's award winners. And I believe that somewhere in this room is another colleague of mine, former colleague of mine, John Wilkinson. Is that true? Is John here? and his father, there's John, and his father, who I believe we'll be hearing more about later in the evening. So we're here to acknowledge the award winners, but we're also here to thank the CPBC for the 30 incredible years of support for the Pakistani-Canadian community. You have a proud legacy of helping the business community and enhancing Ontario's arts and culture. We're all grateful to the CPBC for your work in helping to establish the South Asian Art Gallery at the Royal Ontario Museum. The gallery is one of its kind in the Western world, displaying both historical artifacts and contemporary art. It also demonstrates the tremendous influence and contributions of South Asians to this society and to the province that we call home. So tonight, we honor not only the award recipients, but also all of you, the members of the board, the council, the supporters of the council. The success of the Pakistani-Canadian business community is part of our shared Ontario history, and it's a great source of inspiration for our Ontario Liberal government. We have a lot to learn from your entrepreneurial spirit and your success. You've built businesses from the ground up. You've put down strong roots, you've created good jobs and contributed to the social and economic vitality of our province. You did it for your families and for your communities, of course. And you all deserve to be commended for that. Thank you so much, but you've also contributed so much to the social fabric of the province. Tonight's award winners show us that amazing things are being accomplished within our broader Pakistani-Canadian community. Pakistani-Canadians today are succeeding as entrepreneurs, as civic leaders, and at the forefront of healthcare, business, science, and politics across the board, a wealth of fields. You're a big part of what makes Ontario great. I look forward to working closely with you to make this province even better and to strengthen those relationships that Samir was talking about. As I said at the beginning of my remarks, I believe that our diversity in this province is one of our fundamental and best assets. It connects us to so many important parts of the world, to emerging markets and new opportunities. We're fortunate in Ontario to have close ties to our friends and partners in Pakistan. But as Samir has just said to me, we have more to do. We have more to do to strengthen that relationship. Our citizens who trace their roots there maintain strong ties with their family and friends abroad. I want us to build on those connections to help us explore new economic horizons. And that work has already begun, as has been noted. My predecessor, Dalton McGuinty, led a trade mission to Pakistan in 2007 to help increase our trade relationships, and the benefit of that is still being felt. That mission was vitally important and focused on increasing ties between Ontario companies and their Pakistani partners in the information and communications technology sector. A year later, our Ministry of Economic Development, Trade and Employment organized a capital project seminar to develop awareness among Ontario companies about the opportunities in Pakistan. And I'm proud to continue building this close relationship. I recently met with High Commissioner Akbar Zeb. We had a good conversation. We talked about the Ontario-Pakistan trade relationship, as well as our educational and cultural partnerships. We are dedicated to exploring new opportunities and fostering new opportunities in these areas as well. We want that relationship to be complete. But when it comes to trade, we know that it is a two-way street. We want Ontario companies to find avenues to success in Pakistan as well. We want Pakistani companies to find new opportunities in Ontario. For example, and I think they're right here, a company based in Karachi has seen the promise of selling halal foods in North America. Engro Foods Canada Limited plans to aggressively expand their business to this new target market. So thank you very much for seeing that opportunity and grasping it. It's great news for Canadians looking for halal food, and even better news for our economy. And I can tell you, as the Minister of Agriculture and Food, as well as the Premier, I'm very interested in those connections that we can make around food processing, the agriculture sector, because, you know, in Ontario, the agriculture sector is contributes $34 billion to our GDP. We have huge opportunities because of our diversity to expand that. So this is a wonderful opportunity. And we're proud of Ontario companies like Hi-Fi Solar Energy. Hi-Fi supplies solar energy systems for homes and businesses, and it plans to expand its presence in Pakistan with satellite offices in big cities throughout the country. That's good news for Ontario, and it's even better news for the people who want cleaner air and less pollution. A trade mission to Canada helped Hi-Fi Solar build a bridge between Ontario and Pakistan. I really believe that those personal relationships are very, very fundamental to business being able to take root and those business connections being able to thrive. I know that CPBC's insight and experience will be vital to the process, and you've been so instrumental in the past. I know that that will continue. You're helping businesses to reach global markets, and you're helping us to forge those lasting connections. So I look forward to working with you, Mr. President, and all of your members in the future as we establish new opportunities with our friends and colleagues overseas. My team and I are also focused on building a truly 21st century economy here at home. And that's why we're investing in jobs for our young people, so our kids and grandkids can find great careers. We're supporting manufacturers and small businesses to help our businesses to adapt and grow. We're going to play to our strengths, and we're going to close those gaps where they exist. And one of the gaps that exists is a skills gap. We have jobs in Ontario, but we don't necessarily have the people with the skills to fill those jobs. So investing in the training opportunities and the youth who need to find their way into those jobs, newcomers who need training in order to be able to get into the jobs that are available, that is work that we're dedicated to doing. We're focused on encouraging research. I can tell you, having Reza Maridi in my cabinet, we are never far from a discussion about research, because Reza is right there to talk to us about the importance of research and innovation. So we're going to continue to encourage research, entrepreneurship, and innovation to help new ideas get off the ground, whether they're ideas that are coming from a young person or from someone in an established business or in academia. We need to make Ontario a great place for you to succeed and an effective and attractive environment to bring global investors to us, and we can work together on that. We need our transportation systems to work efficiently so you can move your goods around this region and beyond, and you can get home to your families. And I know that being here in Richmond Hill, again, the subject of transportation is never far from people's lips. I know how important infrastructure is to this part of the province. And we need to keep building our education system so young people are prepared with the skills of tomorrow, as I've referenced. I'm very excited about the work that we're doing. I'm very excited that we were able to work with the third party. I reached across the floor to work with both opposition parties. We've managed to get our budget passed, and now we can really focus on implementing our plan. And job number one is to support businesses and create the environment so that jobs can be created. We're going to make sure that the Pakistani-Canadian community and every community in Ontario has a bright future filled with opportunities. So I want to thank you for your role in that over the last 30 years. I know that we're going to be able to continue to work together. I am very optimistic of about the future of this province, and you are an absolutely essential part of that. So thank you very much, Shukriya. Have a wonderful evening.